Hey everybody, it's me, ShandrahFaith, back here for another Soul Tribe Cult Club Collective reading. Miss Flambe here is going strong. She's eating up this little bundle of sage that I doused with wax. So she going out hard tonight. It's Friday. And we are going to get into the vortex with our relationship cards. Hooray! What's this one? Okay. Everything is always working out for me. Duh. Everything is always working out for me. Nothing ever goes wrong because every piece of contrast, no matter how wrong it seems to be, is always helping you to clarify what it is you do want. And that is the thing we want you to remember most of all, the contrast. No matter how it looks in any moment, is contributing mightily to your expansion. The things that you call things going wrong in your life experience are actually only the distance between the things that are so right and your current perspective. Are actually only the distance between the things that are so right and your current perspective about them. I can look for things I appreciate in relationships. You cannot get the relationship of your dreams when your chronic thoughts about relationships feel lonely or angry or worried or disappointed. But as you look for things you appreciate in yourself and others, as you make lists of positive aspects of past and present relationships, you train your vibrational offering to match the vibration of your desires, and your perfect mate must then come. It is law. Yeah, because what are we doing? We are not chasing. We're just sitting on our throne. And we're not sitting on our throne waiting either. That is also a form of chasing. We're just having a good time. I can replace false premises with law-based premises. There has been a theme unfolding here of replacing flawed premises with law-based premises, and we would like to leave you with a final one. We all make too much of all this. It is simpler than we all make it out to be. Be easy about it. Be kind to yourself. Do things that feel fun. Look for things that bring you relief, and just easily move into that place, your vortex, where all things that you want have already been lined up for you. Our source is one of love, not condemnation. When you pay attention to the way you feel and deliberately choose more thoughts that feel good while you think them, you'll begin to recognize the nature of your broader non-physical desires. The majority of negative emotions that you feel are not because the subject of your thought is wrong, but instead because you are condemning something that your source does not condemn. Your source is one of love, not one of condemnation. Our diversity supports our individual freedoms. While your societies continue to try to dictate and enforce human behavior to please the majority, because of your diversity, it continues to be an uncomfortable struggle that again and again to be an uncomfortable struggle that again falls of its economic weight. There is simply not enough money in the world to buck the natural currents of individual freedom and independence of thought. Our diversity supports our individual freedoms. Our varied behavior adds to the planet's well-being. When you remember that nothing can come into your experience without your vibrational invitation of it, and when you remember that the varied behavior of others adds to the balance and the well-being of your planet, even if they offer behavior that you do not approve of, and that you do not have to participate in the unwanted behavior, and will not unless you give your attention to it, you become more willing to allow others to live as they choose. Beneficial beliefs feel better when I think them. There are things in your environment that you believe that match what you want. And there are all kinds of things in your environment that you believe that defy what you want. How could you even ever sort them out? How do you know the active beliefs within you that serve you well and the active beliefs that do not serve you? How do you know the beneficial beliefs from the detrimental ones? The beneficial beliefs feel better when you think them. The detrimental ones feel worse when you think them. Making peace with my today will improve my future. It may sound odd, but the fastest way to get to a new and improved situation is to make peace with your current situation. By making lists of the most positive aspects you can find about your current situation, you then release your resistance to the improvements that are waiting for you. If you rail against the injustices of your current situation, you hold yourself in vibrational alignment with what you do not want, and you cannot then move in the direction of improvement. It defies law. And finally, feeling negative emotions means I'm launching requests. As more people observe hardship and strike a tense, resistant pose, and therefore disallow their own well-being, others use them as their reason to do the same. And in a very short time, a very negative pattern of resistance can sweep through your population. The good news in this scenario is that in every moment that every person is feeling negative emotion about the economic state, vibrational requests for more abundance are launched, and those requests are heard clearly and responded to immediately by Source. Okay, so to continue our spooky theme, I got this deck, Occult Tarot. So we'll see what's going on in the spiritual streets as my fave reader right now, Empress T4444, shouts out to her and her channel. She just started up earlier this year, and I started up, was it a month ago? 2 months ago? I don't know. I was like, whoa, we've been here for a while, Cult Club. Good job. Good job sticking through it. But I did start my channel in 2020, but then had like a break from socials and then got back on after I got broken up with. That's my story, okay? Thanks, Cult Club. It's your story too, since you're my Cult Club. So what's going on in our Cult Club Collective? We've got Knight of Swords, destroys and burns all enemies when requested, speaks of the creation of the world, tells us of the past and future. We got a Knight of Swords, a 10 of Cups. This popped out earlier when I was shuffling the cards. Creates love between man and woman, creates thunder and great storms, gives answers on divine secrets. Fur. It's just cute. Oh. 5 of Swords reversed, builds high towers, castles, and cities, afflicts men for many days with wounds full of rot and maggots. Ugh. Well, it's reversed. Good thing. Good thing that's reversed. Judgment, Belial, distributes promotions and high offices, causes one to be liked. Yay. Judgment is also heeding the call. Grimory, the Empress. Yes, see all of our Empresses here. Procures the love of a woman of any age, tells where treasures are hidden, tells of the past, present, and future, which actually reminds me to show off our musician resident of this video, our resident musician, Maria Callas. Compromise is the enemy of perfection. Befriend your inner serpent. You cannot survive on sensation alone. No bitch. Okay, then we have 7 of Cups, makes one cunning in liberal sciences, gives true answers on, I was like, what is liberal sciences? Please tell me. Gives true answers on divine and secret things, able to turn others into different forms and convince them that change is real. Yes. It's hard. It's hard trying to think you can change things into things that you've never seen be changed to. Okay, I'm talking about my win. Like, how do I get a win without knowing what a win feels like? I don't know. We'll see. 6 of Swords. Travels the world over in an instant and brings anything anywhere. Gives the truth about thefts and hidden treasures. Willing to do anything one commands. That's interesting. That's kind of like, what did it say? Willing to do anything one commands. But we're getting out of the 5 of Swords energy, which is afflicts men for many days with wounds full of rot and maggots. So 5 of Swords is my defeat card, and it's clarified by our traveling and moving. We're moving away from this 5 of Swords energy, which is where we feel defeated. And things builds high towers, castles, and cities, afflicts men for many days with wounds full of rot and maggots. I don't know why I keep wanting to repeat that, but we're getting out of that rot and maggot energy into travels the world over in an instant and brings anything anywhere. Willing to do anything one commands. I feel like that's commanding, taking control of our ego. Because as much as I talk about ego death, you can't really kill the ego. You've got to work with it. But that's in the sense, ego death is like ego renewal. How like the death card doesn't actually have to mean a physical death. And usually doesn't. It's more of a new beginning and a rebirth instead of death. There's no death, there's just rebirth. Let's clarify this judgment card. We have Andras the Chariot, sower of discord, slayer of men. Under judgment, where we're heeding the call, we're going for it. We just got to stay in our confidence. We have the 10 of Cups clarified by the 7 of Cups, which means I think with a lot of cups comes a lot of responsibility. That's what I'm getting from that. And yeah, we're getting more successful. We're getting emotionally and physically weller. We're investing in our emotional and physical well-being. And sometimes it can be overwhelming to have all your, you wanted that 10 of Cups and you wanted it to be all full with happiness and joy and great friends, great food. And sometimes that can be overwhelming, as the 7 of Cups card is. Traditionally, it has 7 cups with a bunch of cool different things in it. And how do you decide? How do you have it all? It's a balance. So I think meditation helps the best, is if you're like, I don't know which direction to go. I mean, everything's going great, or it's like too great now. It's the momentum is getting a little too much. So we just got to do what we can do each day, handle what we can handle, and then at night, go to sleep, meditate, or wake up, meditate, or meditate for 30 seconds a day if you're just starting out. Listen to the air conditioner, the air purifier. Then we have the Knight of Swords and the Empress, a little match here. Someone that is feeling not quite in your league, but wants to go towards you, is what I'm seeing from this, because we're in Empress energy. That's why we have so many cups. We have 10 cups and 7 cups right here, which is 17 cups. And we're just like, hey, man, I'll give you a little something. But they have to come correct, is what the most important part is, before you give away your cups. And then we have the 4 of Wands, that spiritual union, the four walls, knows all things hidden, answers truly about things earthly or divine. We are totally in that. We've built the foundation. We've built the four walls of our Soul Tribe Cult Club temple in the sky. And we're living our best life right now and going towards what we want to do. This is why this chariot with, like, I don't know, splash of blood. So we're heeding the call, using our chariot, and we're moving away from the maggots and the rot. And then we have a whole bunch of cups that we got to balance out. But they're great cups. They're filled with great fucking things. All right. So to continue our spooky time, we're going to go back to the Halloween Oracle. Oop. Okay. Spooky, spooky, spoo, spoop, boop, boo. Do, 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 spooky, spooky. Spooky, spooky, spoo. Do, do, do. I'm singing the theme song of Scooby-Doo. Oop. Oh my God. We got a little stack right here. All right, our overall energy, forgiveness. Remember? It's one of our costume ideas. Forgiveness. Be a hand with a white flower in it. Spooky, spooky doo. Where did I put the book? Can't be reading rainbows without a book. Okay, here it is. I found it. Okay, forgiveness. Reducing burden. A wrong is done, consequences you cannot deny, but to hold a grudge is to drink poison and think that the other person will die. Being a cold season festival, Halloween is the perfect time to pause and think about how things actually are in our lives and what heavy burdens we do not wish to carry through these harder, leaner times. Some of this heavy-heartedness may relate to old relationships or grievances. Some may relate to negative feelings we hold on too tightly about others, and even a lack of compassion for the mistakes we have ourselves made. It is said that it takes a big person to apologize, but in many ways it takes an even bigger person to forgive. When we hold grudges, the negative energy is incredibly toxic. It is like drinking a poison and expecting the other unforgiven person to die. Whilst we may even harbor feelings of revenge, and to be honest, that doesn't feel good for a while. It's important that we move those feelings along to forgiveness and release as soon as possible for our own health and well-being. If you have chosen this card, think about who it is that you could be forgiving, and that includes yourself. Winter, the sacredness of pausing. Winter is coming, but first there's fall. We're going into that winter soon. Soon enough. Do you hear the chopper? It's bringing in winter. That's winter hovering about. Winter, the sacredness of pausing. Lightly I step. For the earth falls asleep, a lullaby to rest and pause, the soul's secrets to keep. Death is frightening, even though, or perhaps because, it is inescapable. However, as we move into winter, we know it signals a literal and metaphysical death. In some parts of the planet, the extreme weather means snow and ice buries all life, and the ground lies fallow and still. In winter, the earth slows down and there is less light and often more wet weather. Many plants die back, many animals are less active, and traditionally, it was a leaner, more difficult time for those who worked on the land for their living. Winter often brought with it the end of a cycle, a figurative or literal death. Should the winter card appear to you, it's time to let what no longer serves you die away, where it seems natural and right to let things that have been bothering you for some time die back. Take real action to change those things. Anything that is superfluous, extra, and burdensome, release it. Yes. Let's get our sword. Our sword. We got this Knight of Swords helping us out. This Knight of Swords helping us out, cut out all that baggage before we go into the lean winter. We don't need that extra baggage cramping up our space. Okay. Midnight, like Taylor Swift's Midnight's album, the most magical hour of all. Our midnights are afternoons. Oops. Midnight. The most magical hour of all. The dark, it envelops me, the witching hour awaits, true magic and enchantment and spells that change fates. The middle of the night, midnight is the hour in which it is believed that ghosts, witches, ghouls, and magic are most likely to be active. Transition times such as noon, the time between tides, or even dark moon are traditionally powerful times for magical transformation. In some Christian traditions, the witching hour is seen as 3 a.m. because it is the opposite to the time that Jesus is said to have died at 3 p.m. Oh, I didn't know that. But there is some consensus that midnight is the time of greatest magic, particularly around Halloween. As soon as the clock strikes midnight on Halloween, it is said that the spirits flow forward through the veil and, if benevolent, bring positive messages. If not so benevolent, they are mischievous and play tricks at best or at worst, cause havoc. Allow yourself to relax into the benevolent darkness of midnight. You may feel this is your darkest hour, but know that the light will return again. And in the darkest hour, she is standing there in front of me, singing words of wisdom, let it be. Yep, it's our forgiveness card, Let It Be by the Beatles. The dawn always follows the darkest night. Know, too, that it is important to recognize, and we all have some darkness within us. Just as we have light, this isn't something to hide from. Yes, our dark horses came out in our last horse reading. In the horse reading we had. Scrying, intuition, yes, that's why we're here. That's why we're here in the Cult Club. We're using our intuition so we can have inspired action. Why are you scrying? Okay, here it is. Intuition. Soften your eyes, begin the trance, whole worlds are open, begin the dance. Scrying is the divination technique of seeing unconscious images or images from the divine or supernatural appear upon or within a surface. People scry into a crystal ball, a black mirror, water, even the surface of ice. It is a very ancient technique and one traditionally enacted on Samhain, Halloween. The keys to effective scrying are being as relaxed as possible, minimizing possible distractions, softening your gaze, and allowing. Oh, this is also reminding me of meditation, people. It's important when we're going to balance all our cups. Got to be able to balance the mind first. The enemy of effective scrying is distraction, both from inside and out. Turn off the phone, electric lights anywhere you can see them, any music, and if you're scrying outdoors, take the time to settle into the environment and listen to all the noises so that your mind will not need to break your focus later. It is also vitally important to settle the mind as much as you can. If you regularly meditate, you may wish to use those techniques, or otherwise you can simply shut your eyes and focus on slowing your breath. This is usually very effective. If you have a specific question for the scrying medium, state it up front. Then, once you feel relaxed, turn your focus inwards. Imagine pulling your energy within you and then focus on the third eye point, the chakra point on the center of the forehead, just above the eyebrows, and imagine opening it. Then gaze in a soft, unfocused way at your scrying surface and simply allow images to form and observe what presents itself to you. Do not engage your rational mind. This is about receiving, not thinking. Should you pull the scrying card, I suggest you try it for starters. Oh wow, such a big yawn in there. Ooh. It also indicates that you may wish to develop your intuition further and not rely solely on the logical part of your mind for all the answers. True wisdom takes a balance of logic and imagination and intuition for true wisdom. Okay, Dawn. What were we talking about? Was that the midnight where it was the darkest before the dawn? And here's the dawn. Here we go. This is preparing ourselves for winter. Spiritually preparing ourselves for winter. It's like we're spiritually canning. Dawn, 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 dawn. The light after the darkness. After the darkest times, the sun will always rise. The dawn will always come. This can be no surprise. Whilst midnight is often thought of as a magical hour, throughout the dawn has also had its share of the mystical. All manner of magical beings had to return to their true forms by dawn. Werewolves, for example, and vampires could only be active whilst the rays of the sun did not pierce the sky. Dawn and deities of dawn heralded both hope and new life. Goddesses such as Eostre and gods like Helios and Apollo were those who brought new life and the dawn's light to the world. The journey from the darkest night of the soul to a bright and hopeful dawn is one of the deepest and most powerful hero's path, repeated over and over in mythology. Should you receive the dawn card, you are being reminded that there is always a fresh start and a new beginning to be had. Change is unstoppable, and even the most difficult times will pass, no matter how devastating they may seem. Hope is one of the most powerful, motivating force in the universe, and it's being indicated here. Hope is a dangerous thing for a woman like me to have. Hope is a dangerous thing. Lana Del Rey. All right, finally, our last card, Skeleton. Remember in our last video with our Halloween oracle and our energy was love, and there were 2 skeletons. Oh my god. Or Jack Skellington. He's back. He back. Skeleton and strength. Strength is back. Our cute ghost energy of strength. Okay. On the outside is flesh, on the inside is bone. There is strength and vulnerability in the power we have grown. Halloween is a scary festival. It is meant to frighten. We are meant to feel the release of being pleasantly scared. We trick or treat even though we know that someone may surprise us. We watch horror films knowing they will scare us. We even dress as skeletons who have no flesh at all, and their bones are there for all to see. In short, we show our vulnerability at Halloween and our strength in facing our fears. 2. There is incredible strength in showing vulnerability. It can often be the bravest course of action and the most frightening. More often than not, it's a powerful catalyst for potential growth, even though we may not be able to perceive that at the time. By showing our true selves and displaying some balanced vulnerability, we can seek and receive greater understanding from others. By admitting that we are wrong or that we don't have the solution when we are expected to, we leave more room to turn things around faster. By asking for help and support rather than acting as martyrs and feeling resentful shows strength and wisdom, not weakness. Should the skeleton card bring itself to your attention, dare to show strength and vulnerability if that is what you really feel. Shame, pride, grudges, or embarrassment are hefty burdens. Yep, we're getting rid of those burdens. That's the theme of this video. That need not be carried through the darkest of nights, okay? We're going into that winter in our darkest hour. We do not need this extra baggage. It's like going into, we're going cave hiking. And we're not bringing extra shit. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're planning out here. Okay, let's get advice from our affirminators on love and relationships. Love and relationships. Okay, wisdom. Our wisdom, I was like, our wisdom spoon is back because they talk about a spoon. You'll see. With every relationship, I gain wisdom. I'm continually learning which qualities stimulate, support, and inspire me, and which ones make me want to cram a soup spoon, see, spoon card, into my ear and turn it slowly. In that sense, even failed relationships are actually successes. See how wise I sound? Wisdom, because we're going into the dark. We're leaving our baggage behind, and maybe we'll bring a cuddle buddy. Maybe a cuddle buddy will pop out of the cave of wonders. The cave of wonders of winter. Warmth. I focus on warmth and let it guide all my interactions. No matter how others behave, I choose to respond warmly. With warmth, I can melt any icy exterior. I can soften my hard feelings. I can microwave any pizza. Today, I adopt the saying, kill him with kindness, and turn myself into a warm and loving serial killer. Yeah, we get that a lot. We get this card a lot because we're the good kind of serial killer who kills with kindness. We maim egos. Rest. Rest. Oh, I was thinking this card the other day. I was like, what was it? A crankiness killing nap. I was just like, I don't know. I think it was when I was trying to go to sleep, actually. I was just like, no, it was in the daytime. Yeah. I take a step away from my stress and then a deep breath and then a crankiness killing nap. When I get the rest I need, I instantly become a better version of myself, able to navigate complex relationships in a single bound. When I don't, I'm not, which means I shouldn't, but I try to. And then we can't, and it doesn't, but I did, so it wasn't. Good night. Yes, crankiness killing nap. Needed sometimes. Honesty. This heralds a wonderful time of rooting yourself in complete and total honesty. It might seem scary to tell the truth all the time. See, that's that vulnerability with our skeleton powers. It might seem scary to tell the truth all the time with everyone about everything. But when you practice radical honesty, you can stop hiding and start relaxing. The best part is honesty from you inspires honesty from others. What results is a rootin' tootin' trust parade, and everyone's invited, except the bagpipe players. Oh, this is our bag. But they'll show up anyway because we like bagpipe players in the Cult Club. You'll know what I mean when you watch all my videos. We like bagpipes. We're going to Scotland. Or we're getting Scotty for Scotland. He's in our vortex. He works out and he also knows Latin. I don't know where that came from. There's a Scottish dude and he has a great mustache. There. Oh my God, perfect match. He's in there. One of you's got Scotty from Scotland with the great mustache. I just see he looks like one of those like old-timey boxers, like put your fist up, and there's those like twirly mustache, and he's Scottish. Probably do a way better Sean Connery accent than I have not yet shown you guys. Perfect match. Congratulations. You've gotten your and everyone else's wish. This is an auspicious sign that a healthy, authentic relationship is either here or on its way. This is the sort of relationship where you don't have to compromise, settle, sell out, or otherwise be a non-you. This is a relationship anchored in truth and love that neither party will have to hide their farts from. Smells like a special duo. I was talking about yesterday how I've been farting and getting out my spiritual toxins through farts. Grace. I face disagreements with grace and flow through the ups and downs of my relationships without getting thrown off center. With grace, I'm able to keep my cool, be my best self, and not resort to name calling, even when that crappy poo-poo face is being a douchey barf monster. Yes, of course. No scorekeeping. That goes with grace. I cut ties with past conflicts and make my personal life a clean, shiny slate. Beginning this moment, everything is new. When an old grievance repeats itself in my head, I introduce it to my new head tenets, tolerance and equanimity. Oh, fist names, tolerance and equanimity. Then I give it its stupid t-shirts and records back and tell it to leave. Initiative. Step right up. You're being awarded a boost of initiative. This potent potion will give you the gusto you need to move your life in a previously unexplored direction. If you're in a relationship, then it's time to take initiative and make some interesting plans for you and your partner. If you're not in one, it's time to reach out to old friends, go on adventures, and potentially meet some new cohorts. Either way, this great journey is beginning with one small step or one short text or whatever. I'm not the boss of you. Pleasure. We get this card a lot too. We are in the pleasure palace all the time. I give myself permission to feel pleasure and let that pleasure rush into my life in a decadent display of over-the-top abundance. Then I realize that pleasure has been waiting at my door for a long time. It's just that pleasure doesn't knock on doors because loud noises aren't super pleasant. All right, wanted to try the Dolly tea? Some tea for us? Serve some tea from the Dollies. Okay. Here we go. What's the tea, Dollies? What's the tea, Dollies? What's the tea, Dollies? Try not to look at them. It's like, yeah. Okay. Ready to slap someone. So annoyed. Oh my gosh. It's for my husband. My husband's been annoying me recently. But we gotta there's gonna be annoying people around, okay? It's just gonna have, doesn't mean go divorce your husband or something. But it also doesn't mean slap the bitch, okay? So we ready to slap someone. See, this is why this is our overall. We're ready to slap someone, but we won't. We're just, because we're in our Empress energy. Where's our Empress? Where'd you go? Here we go. Yeah. This looks like her and Maria Callas have the, like, kind of similar headgear. But we're in the Empress energy, so we are not lowering ourselves to slapping a bitch, okay? No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Oh my gosh. Our Libra, guess what season we're in? Libra. Libra's doing big. Libra's a big part of it. So you either got some Libras in your life or Libra seasons get into your life. Learn about Libra. Emotional retrograde. Didn't we get the retrograde planetary astrology deck thing? Emotional retrograde. That means that we are going back. We're, in sports when they're like review, to do the little like, let's review that. Okay. That's what we're doing. That's an emotional retrograde. We're reviewing that so that we can move on and figure that out. But then that also means for those of you who have karma, not so great karma, or for the people who've done you wrong, they're going through an emotional retrograde if they want to or not, because sometimes we can do the review, or the universe, or if you are forcing yourself not to look at the review, then the universe will make you review your actions by showing you more of what you don't like emotionally. So, yeah. Nervous around you, new love energy. Someone's nervous. I think this is also part of your glow up. I mean, people are just glamorized by y'all. They might be a little scared that you might slap them if they see you have the respect now. You have that Empress energy. Oh, this is cool. That was under there right here. This little monkey serpent. And it's the Two of Pentacles, which is that balancing act. Since we're trying to balance all this cup and all this abundance, we've been asking and now we're starting to receive. So we need to balance that. But people be nervous around you, but that's okay. And then this also is giving me that feeling of nervous energy in itself. Like what I was saying, how I was nervous to press record yesterday and I was hating on myself. So again, meditate, take naps. That will help the nervousness. And what was I saying? Nervousness is just you thinking what other people are thinking of you. So think better thoughts of what people are thinking of you. Or, yeah, sometimes you just can't override it and you're going to have to take a nap or meditate and then get yourself back to that spot. You're joking, right? Are you fucking serious? What? This is giving me just like, this is like, I can't believe this is happening, but in a good way. Like, what? Like, unexpected, something awesome. Like, you're just like, you're shitting me. What? there's $1 million in my bank account and it's all legal. Yay, legal money. Watch me do me. Exactly. Look at us glowing. Everyone's nervous around us. We're handling our nerves. It's a great time, people. I gotta move on now. Nothing's changing. Look at us moving and grooving. Okay? And it's great because that's what we were saying. Before we hibernate for the winter by ourselves or with a cuddle buddy, we have to let go of our past that is not serving us. And that's what we got to do so that there's room for that abundance that's coming in. And that's also probably a part of our imbalance right now is that, yeah, we're receiving a lot, but we also still have to let go of stuff because then you're going to have too much whatever this is. I outgrew you. Exactly. Look at us growing, dropping that baggage like it's hot and it's going to burn you. Shut him up. Exactly. We do not need to. This is metaphorical. Okay, I know you see what's happening here. But yeah, we're shutting him up by pleasuring ourselves. Okay. That's what I got for that. Shut it. Like, I get like thoughts in my head of like things that my ex said to me that I realize now is just like, that's so rude. And just seeing things that I overlooked him saying to me that I felt was disrespectful or just not helpful. And yeah, and it still like haunts me sometimes. And then I think that's a part of the self-loathing, especially if you had a person in your past who you let go of because of their negativity, and it's still going to linger there, but you just got to shut him off with some pleasures. Ready to grab my shit and go, leave you all behind. Look at this, guys. You guys we're ready. We're ready for winter. Let's go travel to somewhere where it's not winter during winter. It started off hot. Yes. Again, this is always my past card about how thinking of the good times of the past can lead to thinking of the bad times, and then you get in this loop, and then you don't want to leave, and you're still focused on the past, and then we don't hibernate good. We don't sleep well. We don't pay our bills on time. Nothing's coming in. Everything's going out. So again, let go of those past memories. Who cares how hot it was? It's cold now. Okay. Checking hello. Hello. New love, new love, new love. I mean, checking him out. I mean, you got the sparkles. You got the Sparkles Collective. Up at night, deep thoughts of you. Yes. So this is both ways since you're all glowing up. So you're going to have people that you want to be thinking of you at night. And then there's also people who you don't want them thinking of you at night, but they are anyway. So this is just other people's energy. But that's what I was saying also. If we don't release our shit before winter, we are going to be up all night worrying and thinking of this past, you know? We got to move out of that energy. Friends with benefits, the good kind, the cuddle buddy kind, not the one that's going to fuck you over. But there can be someone in your past person who just wanted the friends with benefits without the deep emotional exchange. In bed crying over you. Of course, you know. I was like, oh yeah, I didn't make my clearance pile yet here. Go over there, go cry and reminisce and stuff while we get our non-toxic friends with benefit relationship. Just stop. Exactly, clearance pile. Like, we are done. We shut him up. Okay, shut off. Mute button. In a relationship, I mean, we're getting in there. We're trying to get our ideal match, our perfect match. We did get the perfect match thing, and it's happening, but we're just sitting pretty. Different beliefs. Yes, look at her. Is that like Anne Boleyn or something? Or Queen Elizabeth? She a redhead? I don't know, but it's some medieval shit. But yeah, you have to cut out. This is a clue for what to cut out of your baggage. If you don't believe in something, cut it out. You don't have to believe in it if it's not beneficial to you. And finally, we have best friends. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. I was listening to that in the shower. That's my best friend. She a real bad bitch. Got her own money. I don't need no. Okay. Yeah, by Saweetie and Doja Cat. Yeah, we're going to rely on our friends. It's friendship time. Fall is friendship time for our cuddle buddy time. And I mean, it doesn't have to be like we could just have friends and meet up and do winter stuff together. I don't know what you guys want. Okay, let me do a puff pass. We'll do a puff pass advice. And then send you on your way. Send you on your way to your weekend. Have your fun little weekend time. Because I know I am. I'm going to be 1 week into that tournament. A week from now, I'm going to be like, I have a tournament tomorrow morning. So, yeah. Marijuana. Inhale the good shit. Exhale the bullshit. Duh. We're in that like, getting out. Forgiven. Forgive you. Bye. Forgive you. Bye. Forgive you. Bye. Forgive myself because I'm awesome. Okay. Stop worrying about people who don't benefit your life. Shit, we don't let you down. Yep. This is a sign. Yeah, we're closing the clearance pile because we're not worrying about it. And that's not covering it up with a happy face sticker. For those of you who've been watching the Abraham Hicks videos, you know what I'm talking about. There's a difference between putting a happy face sticker over something than actually cutting it out of your life. Medical marijuana. You need some fucking healing in your life, bitch. We know. We're doing it. We're doing it, marijuana gods. Pineapple Express. Get up and do it, even if you don't want to. Yes, like me going to class or me doing these videos, even though I hate myself. I don't hate myself. I had that thought before. I did actually get a little anxious again before this one, but it wasn't too bad. I think I was just annoyed by my husband. And I'm annoyed by my husband, but I forget what I'm annoyed at. So it's not really like, it was just more of a vibrational calibration thing. So, I mean, even if you don't have a husband, I mean, you have people that you just, like friends and family or roommates, co-workers that you just have to deal with. And like, you may love them to death, but sometimes, fuck. Sometimes fuck. Rise and grind, bitch. Go accomplish your goals that you've been wanting and set your mind to it. What did we just do? Yes, we're going. We're getting there. We got the chariot. Where'd it go? Well, we did. What's this? No. That's our Six of Swords. So that's still movement anyway. Killing Mahat. Don't let negative ass people affect your good vibes. Exactly. Bye. You go over here. Purple Kush. Let the pure bliss of confidence overflow on your body as you are unique. And finally, make this your motto. Smoke good, eat good, and live good, girliverse. Girliverse. Peopleverse. I love you. You're awesome. Thank you for being here on my wonderful journey for your course in spirituality and law of attraction. You're dope. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. You're everything a cult leader could want. Thank you, followers. Bye.